Hello students, let us revisit the writing section, that is the writing skills art of article writing. So as per the revised question paper format, the writing marks or the word limit has been cut down. But as per the previous format, let us go through whatever we have in our textbook, that is the first flight, and the workbook, whatever formats have been shared by the CBSE through their textbooks. We are going to revisit article writing. Writing is close to essay writing. That means you write about a certain topic or certain areas of concern, but giving your own opinion and expressions. Articles express the personal opinion of the writer and present information on a variety of themes. Now let us look at the format. There's a 1 mark for the format. Format has a heading or a title right in the center, and under the title or the heading, you have the writer's name, comma, student of grade 10. Then you have to give your article certain breaks, for example, an introduction, body, and conclusion. The introduction is separate and the conclusion is separate paragraph. In between, you may have 3 to 4 small paragraphs. Now, when the word limit is cut down, it is advisable to write very brief paragraphs, about 2 to 3 sentences, so that you hardly touch 100 words and 120 words. Paragraph 1 is introduction, briefly tell what the article is all about. So that means your opening or declarative sentence should be immediately what the article is all about instead of beating about the bushes. Starting facts or quotations arouse interest. For example, you can use a quotation and then begin your article, or you can begin the article in between, give your quotation, and then continue. If you are arranging and if you are giving certain layout arrangement where your quotation is center aligned with certain indenting on either side, that will make your work more presentable. Paragraph 2 and 3, you can develop the cause and effect of the problem. For example, present the problem and then give suggestions. There should be a declarative sentence, propose the problem, give examples, wind up the problem by a summative sentence or giving suggestions. Give examples to support your views, compare and contrast. That means compare means to list certain similarities, contrast is to bring about the opposite ideas. You can compare and contrast using the comparing and contrasting language or the compare and contrast sentence writing frames. Both the qualities have the same. It is same here as the same where. Both present the same idea. Contrast will be on one hand and on the other hand. That is how it is to be presented. The paragraphs and the conclusion is that to conclude or to sum up, you have transitional words have been shared with you. You may use those transitional words for introductory paragraph, for the middle paragraph, to to sum up, for instance, for giving examples, um, for example, and then to sum up or to conclude. These are the transitional words you may use in your writing. Predictions and personal observations may be included. It is very evident that you need to write your long writing, or which has now become a short writing. It has to be written in the passive voice so that you avoid the use of I, me, myself. But how do you write your personal observations? It is evident that it is observed that. So that is how it still remains formal, but it is your personal observation. Systematic presentation of ideas is a must. That means you propose something, you cite something, you give a proposal, suggestion, and you cite examples and ideas supporting it. Pay attention to grammatical accuracy and use of good vocabulary. Grammatical accuracy is very important. For example, sentences beginning with a capital letter, ending with a full stop, wherever you have to use punctuations, comma, colon, and semicolons. If you know how to use it, kindly go ahead and use it because it is as per the required standards of the grade 10 CBSE that you should use colon and semicolon. And then try you checking your punctuations for names should be in capital letters. I that stands for myself is always in capital letter. These are certain basic errors. Try avoiding these kind of errors. Good qualitative vocabulary if you can. Recall, recollect certain good words. Try replacing the ordinary words with good words, but make sure that your work is presentable and neat. Do not score out too many words and try changing it. Use sentences, linkers, sequence markers, connectors for ensuring that there is fluency in your writing. Those are transitional words. These are sequence markers. Finally, firstly, secondly, thirdly, first, next, then, after which, finally, moreover, additionally. Remove irrelevant information and repetition if you have time to edit, but make sure your work is neat. Follow the word limit. Now the word limit has cut down from what has been brought down from 150 further down. So it is about 100 to 120 words. But if you go beyond limit, the examiner will definitely not read beyond your word limit. It will be a waste of time if you go write a lot. Writing a good ending. In an article, it's better to give the readers something to think about, perhaps by asking them another question or giving them a call to action. Often, the best ending link back to the starting point in some way. Use of quotes, slogans, couplets may be incorporated as the requirements and relevance. It is left to the exam to the students how interesting they can make their essay by using any of these ideas. Marking scheme has been grouped. It's now 1 mark for format. The content marks are 2, fluency 1, accuracy 1. So that is how it adds up to 5 marks now, which was previously 8 marks. This is for the current academic year 2020-2021. It might be revised back to the original version. Therefore, kindly adhere to only the current years. The students who are appearing for the AISSE in the year 2021 may follow the 5 marks format. Now, sample that is done for us on the occasion of the Women's Day. Write an article on the importance of girl child education for your school magazine. As you are a literary club member, and sign yourself as Amit or Amita. Now, please may make a note of it that if you are a boy, you sign Amit. If you are a girl, you sign Amita. Please do not write both the names. Empower the girl child to empower the nation. This is the title, but you need not put single quotes around it. Amita can be in the center, comma, student of grade 10. An African proverb states that if we educate a boy, we educate a person. If we educate a girl, we educate a family and the whole nation. That is a single quote, closes over here. You can bring this quote right in the center, indenting from either side. There was a time when the people thought that it was not necessary to educate girls. Now we have begun to realize the girls' education is essential. The modern age is the age of awakening of girls. They are trying to compete with men in all spheres of life. There are many people who oppose girls' education. They say that the proper sphere of girls is the home, so they argue that the money spent on girls' education is wasted. This view is wrong because girls' education can bring about a silent resolution in the society. Education empower a grown-up girl to become economically independent. They will be able to stand up for their rights. Girls have all the rights to get educated. Empowerment of girls and women is necessary to fight against the problem of gender inequality. Education of rural girls is equally important. The rural girls are not getting ample opportunity for education. Education of these girls would have positive impact on both economy and society. Girls' education is necessary for making the homes a happy place. Educated girls can brighten the future of their country by the good upbringing of their children. Education gives a woman freedom of thought. It broadens her outlook and makes her aware of the duty of her duties and responsibilities. Education is a boon to girls in the age of economic crisis. Gone are the days of plenty and prosperity. Nowadays, it is difficult for the people of the middle class to make both ends meet. After marriage, educated girls can add to the income of their husbands. If a woman is educated, she can earn a living after the death of her husband. Government has imposed compulsory free education till the age of 14. The progress of a country depends on girls' education, so girls' education should be encouraged. Give girl child a voice. There are other topics which can be practiced. Write an article in about 100 to 120 words. Now, on river pollution, you may use the clues given below. River, biggest source of water, victims of pollution, industrial waste, city waste, prayed into them, religious ceremonies, garlands, and flowers. This is one such idea, practicing the article. Thank you very much for your kind attention.